Hello everybody, it's Theresa here from Lighting the Way, and I'm here with a short video on the spring equinox to help us to restore balance in our lives and to reconnect with it. So I've had a lovely walk on the beach this morning, and I was connecting with my angels and my guides and asking, what was the most important thing for us at the moment. And of course, I was getting the understanding that today and tonight are at the equal length, and to balancing the male and the female energies and to have the equal amount so that we're in balance basically. And I asked for a simple way for us to be able to think about that, and I got a very strong message really that we are to connect with our hearts and to really bring the light into our hearts, to be able to release old vows, so I was a little bit surprised with the vows coming back up again, and old belief systems, all that are outdated, because we are far, 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 far more superior than we could even possibly imagine. So we have that power, that force, that God within us, and for us to be able to come back into balance, because the human mind, I suppose, and the self-will, and I'm talking about humanity, we have gone out of balance. But once we, with intention, come back to the heart, come back to our truth, come back to our light, it's really possible for us to restore that balance within us. And we really need to just think about our own heart, our own balance, our own love, our own compassion, our own light. And once we can bring that in and shine that out into the world, that helps us to be able to release our vows, and it repels, any stronger negative energies that are coming towards us, because our light will be so strong that it just pushes them away. So if you'd like to bear with me for a moment, and if you're driving or something now, obviously you won't be closing your eyes and doing this. You'll wait until you're in a comfortable, safe space to do it. So if you'd like to just place your hand or hands over your heart, or just to imagine it for a moment. And when you do, take a nice, slow, deep breath into your nose, and have the intention of bringing that breath down into the lungs and the heart center. And then you intend that as you breathe out, you just release the breath, and you release everything that no longer serves you well with that breath out. Out through the mouth, an extended breath. So take another deep breath into the heart, in through the nose. And rest it in there for a moment, remembering as you do that your love is your power. And then you release the breath and release everything that's ready to go. And we take another deep breath into our heart. And as we do, we allow ourselves to connect with our divinity within. And then another breath out, a breath of release. And this time I'd like you to imagine with the in-breath, you're breathing in the light and the love, and you're bringing it into your heart. And this allows the seed within your heart to ignite. And you start to see your internal and eternal flame coming alive within your heart. And just visualize this now in a way that's right for you. And each breath in, as you connect with more and more light, and more love, and more truth, and more compassion, allows that flame within your heart to grow brighter and brighter and brighter. And as it does, it begins to saturate every cell of your body and emanate out through you and around you. And this is the light of your being, the truth of who you are. And now as we breathe out once more, we breathe out through this light, and we release all the old vows, all the old thoughts and belief systems that no longer serve us well. And we know that this light is a filter. It repels the darkness, it repels the lower energies. And just see yourself now cocooned in this beautiful bright light, this light of divinity shining out through you, emanating your light now to the world. And you could practice this as often as you wish, and just allow your heart, you know, to be that settling place for you, and to be that place where you connect with your divinity within, where you connect with your truth and your power, all that love, all that compassion, and spirit itself, you know, asking spirit, what does it need you to know today in any given time? And, you know, be still, you know, the stillness, the answers are there in the stillness. So that's one little nugget for you to enjoy. But before I go, I'm just going to take 1 or 2 cards and call in the angels, call in my guides, call in the team that I work with and that work with me. And remember, your archangels, your guardian angels, your guides, your team, whatever you may call them, Spirit, God, Jesus, all these beautiful beings of pure love and pure light are waiting for us to ask them to help us. They're just waiting. They allow us to have free will and to have the experiences that we are to experience. So I have just a few decks of cards here. I was drawn to bringing in the deck of cards, the Mary Queen of Angels. They've been sitting in my drawer and I haven't really been using them much. And I do love Mother Mary. I work with her all the time, for myself, and indeed with clients as well. So here's one that's just jumping through. And it says, prayer. Instead of worrying, I pray about this situation to bring about real solutions. So that's very apt, really, because worrying brings us into a lower vibration and it gives us more stuff to worry about. And it's an old way of doing things. It's an old pattern. It's an old habit of doing stuff. So getting into the new habit of praying and asking, and you're connecting with your heart, connecting with your soul, connecting with the light within, and offering that prayer up. And you know, a prayer is like a strong intention. You intend it to be, and it's really about trusting, then, you know, letting it go, surrendering and letting it go. So I have these beautiful cards here, and they're like just what I call starter pack for people if they're connecting with angels. They're beautiful little cards. They have lovely energy going through them. I just want to see, because this is a generic reading, so obviously if you wanted a full reading for yourself, you would connect with me on my website. It's up there under book a session, or indeed a coaching session if you want, you know, help in that way to release the old and connect with the new, or healing. You know, I could do that virtual or here in this beautiful space. But for now, let's get this card. We have 2. Angel of Good News and Angel of Romance. So there's the romance and there's the good news. Okay, so the love is in this, you know, the rose symbolizes the love. And you see the person sitting, you know, as they think, alone on the bench. But there's the angel with them, and there's the angel helping you to connect. So if it's a new partner, a romantic partner, ask the angels, have the intention of having that person show up in your life, the perfect person for you. Or indeed, if it's in a relationship that you're already in, just ask the angels to help you, you know, to stir up the pot and allow yourself and your partner to be more romantic. And it's probably, again, is what I would say, because sometimes, you know, we just need to put that little bit of zest back into the relationship, you know, buying the flowers, lighting the candles, doing whatever it is that feels romantic. And the angel of good news is there. So, you know, when we pray and we have our wishes and we send them out, and today specifically, I'm kind of feeling the balance and just letting go of the old stuff, you know, and cutting those cords and those vows that we have made at some point when they did serve us well, and just surrendering and releasing it. And in prayer, with pure intention, as you connect with your heart, you bring in that light and you allow the light to emanate out through you. And with your purest intention, ask, you know, ask and you shall receive. But when you ask, don't start, you know, checking in every day to see, you know, has this seed sprouted yet? You wouldn't do that in the garden. So don't do it in the garden of your soul. You know, really ask with pure intention. And it's this or something better will show up for you. I have no doubt about it. Just want to see if you consciously would like to surrender something. So I'm just asking my guardian angels and my guides here to bring through a card, a generic card for us all at this time during the equinox, to help us to let something go, something consciously. Okay, so surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's message about a person or a situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you're energized and happy, move forward. So that's a really, really big message for all of us, because sometimes we just do things because we've always done them. We just meet the people because they've always been in our lives. We just listen to people because we've always listened to their point of view. But this is checking in with the feeling. Does it feel right for you? And if it does, move forward. Does it not feel right with you? This is discernment, really. And if it doesn't, let it go.